Welcome back, everyone, to this edition of Try Hard Trucking with me, Roll Cage TV, where I continue to do the best I can with what I've got, which is not a lot of talent, but a whole lot of make-do-edness. I gotta put another one of these here. Where am I gonna shove the next one? I'll probably shove it right next to this one. I don't think I have to take these anywhere else. I think I just have to deliver them here. They don't go away. Which, do they get off of the map at least? No, they go gray on the map. I hate that when that happens. Because then something's on the map and I can't get rid of it. I'm trying to do 100%, and under tractors and trailers, trucks and trailers, it's gonna always show up here. As if it's something I didn't find, but no, it's just disabled. I can't. I'm fine. It's fine with it. I can handle it. But let's go find the other one. Where's the other one? Other one's here, of course. It's a nice, good distance away. Why wouldn't it be? Well, let's set up. Oh, it's not there. Why did my cursor not go back? There? Yes, that's where I want to set the cursor. Okay, that's how I'm eventually getting there. And how am I getting there? By going in a van down by the river. Basically going across the snow and down through what they consider a path here, which has rocks and stuff on it, but this thing can get across rocks. This is my quote-unquote easy mode 100% playthrough. It is just a normal mode game, no new game plus or anything. But the easy mode part of it, I could either go, no, I'll go just over here. The easy mode part of it is that I am playing I know on the rocks there isn't going to be crackly ice. Is that I am playing with all paid DLC vehicles. And I know there are better vehicles which would actually make this easier. People complain about the vehicles I'm using. Well, they complain for two different reasons. They complain about the scout vehicle I'm using because they say, oh man, there's so much better vehicles. You should use this vehicle instead, or this vehicle instead. And it's like, you don't get the idea that I am playing with all, that's part of the conceit, as they say, of this game, is that I play with all paid DLC vehicles. Something like this. Now I have to stay on this crackly ice. But yeah, so I have the Zix Mastodon 612H off of the Mastodon pack, and I use the Rezvani Hercules as my scout vehicle. And people complain about that because they say it's not the best, and then people complain about the Zix Mastodons because they say they're too good. Well, people complain about anything. I think we all know that people will complain about everything. Alright, now I have to drag this thing. Oh, I was going to see, I was going to experiment to see if how close is the garage. Oh, the garage is close enough to there. I will go ahead and experiment. Actually, I've got another vehicle in the garage already. I can configure. Let's just go to the garage. Let's clear the map though. Oh, I hate to do this. It's gonna turn out it won't work, but I want to find out if it'll work. Whoops. Garage. I want a vehicle that I can get that thing in the bed of. And this one I just like was able to push the crane out of. But I don't know if I can get the crane. I shouldn't have undone those things. I'm not sure I can even configure this the right way. Can I have the loading crane and the long bed? I don't think I can. Long sideboard bed. Can I have that? I have to pay for it? I've never paid for it? Maybe on this truck? But I don't have it installed in any other truck. I mean, I got the money. Now, I may not be able to get the loading crane with it. No, I can't get the loading crane with it, so it wouldn't matter. Well, here's the trick. If I use the flat bed, I'd be able to get that thing on. You think it was too long to fit in the sideboard bed, but maybe in the flat bed. But I'm going to try something else. This is all about experimentation here. Whoops. I don't even know if it'll fit in here. But I think it'll fit in here. But I got to get a crane to put it in. Now the other vehicle that I could meet, the other vehicle there, but instead, let's exit, leave the garage. Yeah, this is never going to work. Oh wait, how am I going to get the other truck on here without the crane? It's not going to be able to crane itself up here. I was thinking, oh, I've got another truck with a crane that I could put on the bed, but I can't put it on the bed because it doesn't have a crane. Yeah, this idea isn't going to work. Okay. You know, I'm curious to see if I can get the other light truck onto this bed and lock it down. But I need something with a crane to do it. And the other vehicle that's there now has a long crane. It would take 2 vehicles. But then when I get it there, how am I going to get it off to crane the thing onto it? Yeah, so. But the other thing I can try is... Now, if this doesn't work, I'll just tow it like I did the other one. But put the loading crane on, and instead of the long sideboard bed, put the flatbed. I don't have a long flatbed. Oh, see, it's not going to fit there too because the crane's in the back with the flatbed on it. There might be more room than the sideboard. I think there's slightly more room than the sideboard. Yeah, maybe. Otherwise, I'll just tow it. It's meant to be towed. I put the logging crane on it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's leave. Let's see if this works. Is it closer to go? I think it's closer to go this way to grab it anyway. But then it's longer to get it over to where it needs to go. So. Okay. So, from here, I can... Is there a way to escape through there? Here. I thought there was a way to escape down there. I can go around and around this way. Pretty sure of that. Anyway, from this end, I need to come here. Crack on the ice slabs, avoiding the crackly ice, but on the slabs it doesn't crackle. And then like here I think I can cross, and then back onto this crackly ice or ice slabs. And here it might be crackly, but I think I can get across. I want to come to here. No, my concept was to come over to here. However I can get there. I'll see if I can get around the side. I think this is a good place to cross over. Get onto that crackly ice there. If I go here and then I try to go there, forget it, I'm not going to make it. Okay. How can I get there? Let's see if I can take the back, if there's an escape behind me. It's, oh, to morning. I don't think there is. This is morning. Yeah, I don't think I can get out this way. No matter how hard I try, I don't think I can get out this way. No. Around this way? No. Okay. Well, that answers that question. If nothing else, this will make it easier to stick the thing on sideways, and then I can crane it down. I'll have to drag it sideways instead of frontways, but I think the flatbed is the better option. Now, this way I think I can get out, right? No, this way I can't get out. We are gonna get out of here. We are going to get it done, because we're get it done kind of people. Well, best way for me to get it done though is to take another big gulp of coffee. And then after I get that big gulp of coffee, I almost choke myself. Because I got it down the wrong pipe, as they say. Okay. I thought for sure I could get around here. Yeah. I'm going to end up... This is going to be a big fail right from the beginning, so I want to go around that. Go on the road. Can I go this way? Well, if I flip now, it's okay, because, you know, I'm right next to the garage. Now, see? I can get down here easily. I knew it was possible. Where's my first waypoint now? Is that good ice I can cross there? I don't think so. I think I was expecting to go around this way. I mean, it might be good ice. I don't have the map memorized. I'm kind of scared to try. Get up a good speed. In case it is crackly ice, get across quickly. Ah, it's not crackly. It is bumpy. one of these big things are going to have to go to cover the garage and get... yeah, the other one didn't have as much fuel anyway, so pulling this one out of the garage. They don't carry a lot of extra fuel, only a half a tank extra fuel with them. I know I can put the Redzvani on the bed, and it has a lot of extra fuel with it. I can use it as an extra fuel source. And then I can you know, just leave it wherever it was. Whoa! Oh, this way? Really? Okay. That's what you say. This is a very difficult map. It is the first expansion pack map, the first seasonal expansion map. And they definitely upped the level. Although the very last map in Tamir, I referred to as the final boss of the original game, Rift. Rift is a horrible map. It took me so long to get through that map. I thought for sure I was going to get through the whole thing. And well under 100 episodes. I was on pace to do it in well under 100 episodes. I just made it, like 96 episodes or something, 97 episodes. So I am averaging under 100 episodes. Michigan took me 112, but then it was only 90 for Alaska. And each episode is 45 minutes to an hour, so it's not 100 hours, but... And if you're watching on YouTube for the first time, this is off of a stream, but you do see all the action. I don't do anything off stream, and I don't do anything on stream that you don't actually get to see, except for between episodes 6 and 7 in Michigan, early part of Michigan, in order to build up the XP I needed to buy the upgrades for these, because these paid DLC vehicles need XP in order to get the upgrades for them. You can't find the upgrades on the map because they don't come in any particular map. Is this crackly ice? If so, I'll make it. But this is crackly ice though. Wow, is this ever crackly ice? Don't send any other vehicle this way, except this baby. It can handle it. Yeah, I'm not really that afraid of crackly ice with this thing. It's heavy. If it's crackly ice, it'll sink in it. No doubt about it. But it doesn't sink far enough that it can't pull itself out. Now, the little Jeep Wrangler is light enough that it doesn't even crackle the ice. It's okay, but it's the other vehicles I have that will sink in it. And I do have spare tires with me, which is good. Whoa! There we go, baby. Alright. Yes, in episodes, between episodes 6 and 7, which was right after the first stream, I did do the food delivery contest over several times. Like, I spent 6 hours doing that and didn't think that would make, didn't want to do that on stream. Didn't think that would make for a great stream. It certainly wouldn't make for good YouTube content of me doing 6 hours just doing that back and forth. But that is the only thing you have not seen. And that was done. I just grinded that out. I didn't cheat or anything. I just grinded that out manually in order to build up the XP, so that I could get all the add-ons on the vehicles. Right after the, if you're not familiar with that, if you're playing on normal mode, if you're playing on hard mode, you can only do the contest like 5 times. But if you're playing on normal mode, you can do the contest as many times as you want. And the food delivery contest opens up when you first get to the garage. You'll see there's a curtain side trailer there. You need to take that curtain side trailer to the farm, and the farm you pass on the way. Yeah, I thought this was probably crappy ice. This might be a little bit deeper. Come on, buddy. You can make it. Oh, you can make that. The curtain side trailer has to be delivered to the farm, and the farm is, if you go back to town from the garage, it's the first road on the right from the garage. You pass it on the way to the garage. There's signs. It says farm. Anyway, oh, that's why I'm stuck. There's a big sheet of ice under me. I probably could have gotten through the crack of the ice, but I wasn't dragging that thing around. Okay, now this thing will not fit on here. I can kind of see that right now. Maybe? Let's see. So yes, you have to deliver that, and then it opens up the food delivery contest that you can just do over and over again. You got 6 minutes to do it. It's very easy to do in under 6 minutes, even with an unupgraded truck. So you can grind out the levels by doing that pretty easily. But there is a contract you have to find that allows you to deliver that curtain side trailer, and I do not off the top of my head remember what that contract is. But if you look at the contract list, you'll see one that says deliver the food, deliver the curtain side trailer to the farm. You do that one, you're kind of straight, go over the side. If you do that one, then it will allow you to drop off the food delivery. Look at that, I think it's going to fit. I think it's going to fit, maybe. Sort of. Nothing else will fit sideways. Now, don't try to actually lift it. Use the crane, I know this. Use the crane. Russian crane cannot lift anything. You have to use the winch. Okay. Now. Oh, that's never going to fit. Is it? It's not fitting. Not fitting past. Oh, if I didn't have that spare tire. No, there's a guide there. All right. I can get it on there pretty secure. A little crooked. Okay. That's probably good. I'd rather do it this way than dragging this thing. Oh, I started to steer. I want to steer. I want to get out of crane mode. That's what I want to do. Okay. Now, let's stop. No, don't stop the engine. I'll release the wrench. How do I want to get to where I need to go? Over there. Sure, I can get it back across here without a problem. He says. Actually, I want to go to here. I think. No, actually, it's not right. I didn't want to go to there. I'm running out of fuel when I'm doing this. I could release them. Yeah, don't trust these roads. If they're wiggly, they're not really roads. Not a road. These things, they look like roads. They're not roads. Better off just driving along the side of the river. If you're on this rough part, that's the ice sheets, and you know the snow won't crackle below them. And usually over here, it won't crackle either. Where am I going? There. Let's just mark where I'm going. So here, I'll pretend I can get across there. Yeah, last time I went up there, and that was more difficult than this was. So maybe I can go along here. It's rocky, which makes me think I can probably get across there. Into here. Pretty much a straight shot there. Okay. Let's release the anchors. And most importantly, turn on the beacons, because it's a wide load here I'm carrying. I kind of like the fact that it's on there sideways. No, I hit the wrong button. Crane mode. Okay. This looks crackly here. It's not. Too much. It's a little crackly. But not too bad. The crackly ice here, unfortunately, there's no way you can mark the map to say, don't go here. It'd be nice if they had, like, old map, you know, Google Maps, MapQuest, Bing Maps. I get reward points for doing everything Microsoft, so I Bing things. I get reward points for Bing things. Reward points add up to gift certificates, would add up to free games. I don't go on Google Maps. Are you kidding me? I don't Google anything. I Bing it. Anyway, you can set markers on maps. So I'd like to be able to set a marker on these maps that say, don't go here, but I can't set a marker like that. So it gets very frustrating. I was first driving around this map, and I thought there was never any way I was going to learn. And I still don't know, but there's some clues, like oh, if there's a bunch of rocks, it's not going to be crackly ice. If there are these big ice sheets, it's not going to be crackly ice. Other than that, you can't tell. Sometimes the ice looks like it's broken, and yet you can drive straight across it. Sometimes the ice looks clean, and you can straight go across it. And sometimes the ice looks clean, and you go into it. And sometimes it looks crackly, and you go in. You know, broken up, and it is crackly, you go into it. So there's no method to what might be crackly ice and what isn't. You just have to learn. And some of the clues are, if it's rocky, if it's snow covered, if it's got the big ice sheets, then on this map, it's not going to be crackly ice. Maps have come later where that's not the case, or it might be crackly ice with rocks on top of it, or with snow on top of it. And so, I haven't gotten to those maps yet, and I'm sure I'll be complaining about those maps when I get to them. The first several, what episode are we up to? 40-something? Boy, I was complaining for the first 20 or 30 episodes a lot, because I had no idea where to go. And I don't watch any kind of guides or anything. And I had to get this little, my Jeep Wrangler truck around with the trailer, with the prototype exploration unit trailer on it in order to map everything. Because part of 100% to me is also mapping the entire thing. And that was quite difficult, because that little Jeep Wrangler can get anywhere. But it's very incredibly light. And the prototype exploration is maybe one of the lighter trucks in the game. The prototype exploration is maybe one of the heavier trailers in the game. And so trying to drag that trailer across, potentially break the ice, is not something that you would normally want to do. And I tried to do it without the truck. So I've never found any good way of doing it. They won't both fit on a bed. I tried to use a different truck with an articulated bed so that I could just drive up the vehicle and then keep the portable unit attached to it. I could use a ramped flatbed, but that's like impossible to move around a bunch of places. I could use, there's like a drop deck bed which you can also drive up, but that's really difficult to maneuver in places. I could lift each one up and put them on like a semi-trailer bed, but that's difficult to maneuver through, and it's all difficult if you got to back up or something. You can't do the trick that you can do with a hitch trailer of winching it to the side and then backing it up and around. That way, dragging it around with you, turning it around. So semi-trailer is very hard to turn around. So I haven't found a really good way of doing it. And there's no ramped trailer on these trucks. The ramp trailer is on the GMC Brigadier, which can't drive through crackly ice. It'll get bogged down. So getting the thing around where I need it to go is definitely an issue. But I'm here. I gotta drive over this thing and then figure out where I want to put it. Oh, music's gonna play. I have to be quiet while it plays. Nice little tone. I used to sing along with it, but I'm always out of sync because I can hear the music back in my ears twice. I hear it while it's first going, but then I also hear it while I'm monitoring. And yes, I hear my voice back 20 seconds after I say everything, but I'm nuts anyway, so it doesn't make me any nutser. It would drive some people nuts, but I'm already at that destination. Awesome! Would be a lot easier to deal with the rest of it. Would be a lot easier to deal with the rest of it. Glad we can rely on you. Rest of what? I don't know. You're welcome, Iceman! Thank you, Iceman. Whatever, we're all named Iceman here. 6,000. That's not bad. Where do you want to put it? Maybe I'll put this one over by the toilets. Yeah, I'll put it over here by the toilets. If I can get it there, kind of, sort of. I want it to be more or less out of the way. Oh, I need to attach it. Push, lower, push, push some more, go up a little to straighten it, up a little, this way to straighten it, go, good enough, and back up. Do it a slightly different way this time. I'm gonna ram it with my crane. There we go. Is the door blocked by the toilets? I sure hope so. Is that good enough? I'm sure it's good enough. Is the door... I think the door is blocked by the toilets. No, the door is right behind the toilets. Well, that'll be a nice place to live, right behind the toilets there. They won't mind. Alright. Turn off the beacons. And stop the engine. And now I'll think about what I want to do next. I've got a truck with a flatbed and a truck with a sideboard bed. I've got all the tasks done, right? Yes. Oh boy, I unlocked a bunch of stuff. Log off Discord. Oh, log of Discord. Okay. That must be logging, right? Yeah, no, we're not doing logging yet. I'm not gonna log off Discord. Okay, what is this one? Oh, this is a bunch of visit places. Okay, let's do one of those. Sure. Sites of military glory. This one. I will go ahead and track this. Rewards, abandoned bunkers visited. What kind of reward is that? Yeah, I visited the abandoned bunkers. Is that a global... Is that a global thing I have to do? Where do I see the global? No, that's not. It's on the map. It's on the global map. It's on the global map. I hit the wrong button. It's Y. Why is it Y on one map? Why? Abandoned bunkers visited. Yes. I'll get the first regional progress thing. So let's go ahead and do that. Sites of military glory. Okay, and since I just need to visit the abandoned bunkers, the Rosvani Hercules is usually the best one to do that with. Although I'm wondering if maybe the Wrangler would be good for these. It's lots of rocks. It doesn't do as well in the snow. It does better in the rocks, and it can cross the river better. Do I give the Wrangler an extra shot? Another shot at being glorious? Sure. Let's do that. We'll visit this one. We'll visit this one, and we'll visit this one. And I may come to regret this because I may get stuck in the snow because the Wrangler isn't as good in the snow. And I got like mud tires on me, but okay. Now let's go back to the garage. That's not the garage, that's the tourist. The Wrangler doesn't have a lot of fuel though. Oh wait, where's the garage? I thought the garage was there. Where's the garage? Where's the garage? I'm gonna have to stop here in a minute. Oh, the garage is there. Okay, so that's not the order I'm gonna do them in. I'm going to do them in this order. Yeah, actually, again, let's go. Yeah, okay. This order and this one. This one. Yeah, the Wrangler doesn't have as much fuel on them. But you know what? The Wrangler doesn't get enough love. Let's go to the garage. Get out the Wrangler. You don't have as much you're not as good as the Hercules as far as getting around. This baby can get around through all kinds of mud and snow and everything. It's not as good at the rocks, but it carries a bunch of fuel with it. But I feel like giving the Wrangler some love. So let's get the Wrangler out of here. Let's make it morning. And let's think about how I want to get him out of there. And I know I can't go that way. I have to go out this way. But there was a way to sneak around here. And it involved coming through here, I think. Yes. I mean, at this point, I might as well go for the road, right? Now, this may be thick snow. Make it more difficult. But this baby can go up narrow roads and stuff. So. And it can crawl over rocks really well. It's got special suspension for rock crawling. And it's not going to go anywhere near any fuel locations. Now that's an icy slope I think I'm supposed to avoid. But again, I can't mark the map to say avoid it. So I'll just stay here. Probably something like this across here. Over here. And that's the first one. And to get to the second one, I gotta cross the river. Here. Crossing the river. It's gonna be cracky ice here, I think. And I might get stuck. The Wrangler is pretty light. I don't know if I got stuck. Is that an icy river? Now see, this looks like a snowy path, which might give me an issue. We're just going to have some fun here, because that's what the game is all about. It's not as bad when I'm not carrying the trailer. I kind of want to, you know, exercise its capabilities without the trailer, because it gets a bad rap because I don't have the trailer. I mean, the road is there, but let's just say here. Okay. And then, oh, I didn't, somehow I erased that one. Okay. Then from here, again, back to the river. Somewhere I have to cross the river. And where? Oh, there's lots of rocks there. It does well on rocks. There are also some trees here. If I get kind of stuck in the snow, I might be able to. There's those trees. Okay, we'll see how this goes. This may end up a disaster because it is the Jeep Wrangler, which is not this, which will let me drop that. Sometimes it escapes the map if I do that. Okay, that is going to be the path I am going to take. I'm at 46 minutes. Do I stop it here a little early? Let's maybe go to the first one. See if I can get to the first one. Turn the lights on, turn that off. This also does not have diff lock all the time, unlike the Zvani Hercules. So, purposely taking the less capable truck just for the adventure and lulls. If it turns out that I get stuck in the snow, which I'm already getting stuck in the snow, okay, maybe this was the wrong vehicle. Alright, we are going to go back to the garage. And we're going to pull out the correct vehicle to use. And now we are going to see how much easier it is in this baby. This isn't as good over the rocks, but the snow is definitely an issue. And it's not as good across the crackly ice, because it's heavier. But yeah, getting across the snow. Look at that. Look at that. It's got persistent... notice this wasn't nearly as good as the big Mastodon, but it has persistent diff lock because it's not an American-made truck. Not that I'm dissing American-made trucks, but American-made trucks don't come with persistent diff lock in this game. Not in this game, who knows? And did I say there was a way to get through here? I think I got through here in the big Mastodon, but this baby is also the most tip resistant. It's a little bit more susceptible to the crackly ice. What is worse for the crackly ice is it's got to be the GMC Brigadier, because the GMC, the GMC is heavy enough to go through the crackly ice, but not strong enough to power its way. To sink down into the crackly ice pretty good, but it's not powerful, but it's not powerful enough to drag its way back out. So it's the one vehicle I've gotten stuck in the crackly ice. Although I think I could get this one stuck in the crackly ice too if I'm not careful. Ugh, this one is, again, is not as good on the rocks. It's good over ice, but not on the rocks. It's better meat than on the rocks. That's a an old style, old timey reference, old timey drinking establishment reference. Well, restaurant, old timey bar reference. I don't expect anyone watching this to get it, because it's old-timey words. I say a lot of things I don't expect anyone watching to get. Because I say, you know, I really just speak because I like the sound of my own voice. It's not because I want to entertain anyone else. I talked about earlier about having to get used to hearing my voice back in my head 20 seconds after I speak it. You know, that's okay. that's the whole goal, is to hear myself back. I'm an old man. I don't have a family or really any IRL friends, so none that I talk to. So hearing myself, I do have 2 roommates, but they hide. They don't like me talking to them either. Oh, I had a couple kitties. Sadly, they're gone now. They would listen to me. I wouldn't have much choice. Now if they want to get fed. Apparently, I can't go that way. That's why this is a military encampment. How nice. Well, what is the way to go then? There must be a gate to get in somewhere, and that's of course not marked on the map, is it? Oh, it is very subtly marked on the map. And that's also marked on the map, and that's also marked on the map, and that's also marked on the map. The only way to get in is either through this road, to go back and go up the icy road, apparently. That's why this is a challenge. This is almost as bad as the puzzle with the, yeah, and I don't have ice tires. You need ice tires for this. I have a feeling I'm going to fail on this. I could bring out the Wrangler now has, or not the Wrangler, the GMC has ice tires. This one does not. Anyway, I'm at 53 minutes. I think I'm going to call it there. So I'm going to take a break here. If you're watching on Twitch, stick around. I will be back and give this a shot. See if I can get up that ice road. If not, I'll have to either pull the other vehicle out, which is the less capable vehicle, more susceptible going in the snow, or I'll just put ice. I think I can put chains. See, the problem is I can't put half chains, so I'd be worse in the snow, but better in the ice. So we'll see what I can do here. Anyway, if you're watching on Twitch, stick around. I'll be back in just a few minutes. If you're watching on YouTube, though, that's going to be it for this YouTube episode. The next YouTube episode will be out the next weekday at noon, U.S. Central Time. If you need to type that in, type Iowa. I don't live in Iowa, but I have nothing against Iowa. But it's the easiest to type. I live in Minnesota. If you want to, for the curious, not that you care, Not that you wouldn't be able to tell from my accent anyway. Probably. The male Minnesota accent is less easy to tell than the female. For some reason, I think. Anyway. It's not like a Fargo accent. It's not that bad. I live in the cities. Where was I going with this? Next YouTube episode will be noon. Weekdays, U.S. Central Time, which is 1800 hours, 6 p.m. in the UK, and 0600 hours the next day in New Zealand. So, Twitch again, stick around on YouTube next episode. Either way, thank you much for watching, and I will see you then.